I remember people used to criticize me and make fun of the fact that I made Nintendo Switch eShop sale videos, and now, like, everyone does them. People do them like once or twice a week, every single week. So shout outs to them. I can't do that though, because I have to find an eShop sale to be interesting, and Nintendo just announced the New Year sale a couple days after January 1st. I guess their calendar might have been a little bit mixed up, but this is a massive Switch eShop sale. So we're going to talk about the games. I'm going to shut up, hit subscribe, because I want to hit 500,000 subscribers this year. That's all I want this year from you people. Subscribe. But let's check out the sale. All right, so we have the official New Year sale for the Nintendo Switch. This is actually the same image that they used last year because, hey, why waste time making a new image? All of these deals are going on from the time of the filming of this video, which is the 5th, but you're seeing it on the 6th because you're not a time traveler, and going until the 15th. And there's a lot of good stuff here, honestly. We have first-party titles, which, honestly, whenever you can get a first-party title, it's a good thing. Paper Mario: The Origami King is honestly one of the most underrated Nintendo Switch games in my opinion because of the story in the game. I found this story to actually really be good, and a lot of Nintendo games don't even have a story, and when they have a story, it's usually very paper thin. No pun intended, but Paper Mario: The Origami King, a super underrated game. If for some reason you don't own this game, which you should if you watched my video on it, because it's a very enjoyable game. Yes, the battles themselves, aside from the boss battles, don't really have that much point to them, but still, it's a fun game. $41.99. The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening, also available for $41.99. This is a game that I feel like should have been launched at the $40 price point. Just the weird technical issues of the game kind of was a bit off-putting on day one. I don't know if they've gone back and fixed any of these things, but the fact of the matter remains that this is a great game. You know, obviously originally on the Game Boy, and then the Game Boy Color with the DX version of the game, which was super cool because you had colors into it. But I think they did a solid job with this, but it definitely didn't feel like a full-on thing where it's like, oh, we need a $60 price point for it. So being around the $40 price point is obviously a lot better. We have some other games here to talk about. Persona 5 Royal Edition is $41.99. Of course, that just came out pretty recently for the Nintendo Switch. It seems like a really good port of the game. I'm not a Persona guy, like the whole art style and stuff. Not really my cup of tea, but I do know that there are some people that enjoy games like that. Hey, Just Dance 2023, the deluxe edition, normally $70 for $38.49. I don't know, just play the previous one. Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope Gold Edition, you could save a little bit on that. The Disney Dreamlight stuff, I think this is a good edition though. The Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak Deluxe Edition for $37.49. Obviously, this is a huge game with the Sunbreak DLC, was like almost like a whole nother game within the game, so it added a whole ton of content to the game. So I think that's a pretty good price point if for some reason you haven't picked up the vanilla version of the game, which I mean you already should have because I reviewed that a long time ago. Fire Emblem Warriors and whatever. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker with the special stuff. Buy this, yo. I freaking love Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Just the song that plays at the start of Captain Toad Treasure Tracker is so obnoxious. And like, if I was a kid, that's how I would enter rooms. Like, it's so obnoxious, but I love it. And I think Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, you know, it's a perfect budget game, honestly. This wasn't a full price release when it came out, and the additional stuff that's added into the Switch version of the game, the special episode stuff, just awesome stuff, man. I love this game. I freaking love this game. I think it's criminally underrated. One of the best games out there for the Switch. Yes, the Wii U version was kind of more enjoyable because of the gamepad. The gamepad actually worked worth a damn in there, but Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, definitely a game worth checking out. Doom Eternal for $15. Brett, please, for the love of Christ, don't show any Doom Eternal footage because that'll get me in trouble on the YouTubes. But hey, at $15, this is a great entry price point for this game. People kind of question when it was a $60 full-on release. I think it's a super enjoyable game. The online isn't nearly as good as the vanilla Doom, but I definitely think for at $15, you're going to get your money's worth out of this game. If you haven't picked up Skyrim yet, you could buy Skyrim and the anniversary upgrade. I've heard the upgrade on the Switch is not good. You know, you could buy the vanilla version and then buy the upgrade, or you could save money and get the upgraded version. I just heard that the upgraded version doesn't run very well on the Switch, so your mileage may vary with that. You might just want to stick with the vanilla edition. Return to Monkey Island. Remember how everyone was excited for this game, much like Grim Fandango, and they're like, oh, I love Monkey Island. Oh, I love Grim Fandango. And then when the game came out, nobody cared about it. nobody talked about it. That's what happened with Return to Monkey Island. It's a really good game though, from what I've heard. I'm not a big fan of the adventure style games. I never really played them growing up, so as an adult, I'm not a huge fan of them, but I think that's a solid price point for that game. No Man's Sky is on sale for $47.99. I have a full video up about that game. You know, if you've been waiting to check out the Switch version or waiting for a sale or something, it's seriously a really good version of the game. I know people are like, oh, it was a sponsored video. You're not gonna tell the truth. I always tell the truth in sponsored videos. You just gotta be careful with your words sometimes. But I think No Man's Sky is a super impressive port on the Nintendo Switch. I've been thoroughly enjoying my time, just kind of dicking around and doing nothing. Oh, look, the best edition of Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition is on sale for $9.99. You should have bought this game already, because I gave this game a glowing review when it first came out because it's awesome. Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition is the best edition of the game, and it's on the Nintendo Switch. There is, I wish they would do a physical of that, and I don't even really collect physical stuff anymore, but I would just like to have that because I absolutely adore this game. Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga Deluxe Edition. I have played some of this. This is $35 on the Switch. I have played some of this on the Xbox Series X, and it's really good. I think the thing that I like about it the most is Lego games usually have a lot of stupid humor in them, but I feel like they cut down a lot of the stupid humor with this game. Like, yes, there is still some of the humor in the game, but it's not nearly as intrusive as it is with other Lego games. They kind of went with a bit more of a serious tone, and I think for the most part, it plays very well, and, you know, it actually works and enhances the game for me. This game you should already have. You should already have like 7 copies of the Cowabunga collection because it's that damn good. You know what? I'm gonna play some Cowabunga collection because I haven't played it in a couple days. That's what I'm gonna play when I'm finished up with this video. At least the shooting portion of it, because Brett is going to be playing it. I did a full video on this game. They've actually done an update where you have more stuff available to you. Now the Super Nintendo version of Turtles in Time can be played online, which was one of my chief complaints because I was like, yo, the Super Nintendo version is different than the arcade version, and it's arguably better. Why can't we play this version of the game online? Well, now you can. Now you can. So there's no excuse for you not to have this. The Castlevania Advance Collection at $12. Tetris Effect, $20. I've actually been waiting on this game, and now I'm going to buy it. Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition, $7.49. Oregon Trail. I didn't even know they made a new Oregon Trail, but evidently they did. And a little Shin Megami Tensei 5 at $35.99. Once again, I made a full video on this game. It was a game that I didn't think I would enjoy, but I think the adult overtones, it's like Pokemon for adults. Like there's you know, violence and boobs and stuff like that. Please, Jesus, don't flag this video, YouTube. But these are just the games that are on sale during this sale. All these games will be on sale until the 15th, but there are some more games as well, so let's take a quick look at those as too. Brett, for the love of God, don't use any gameplay footage. Maybe just use the trailer, but like make it so the trailer is pretty. But Wolfenstein 2 The New Colossus at $6. This is actually the version of Wolfenstein 2 that I played and beat, and I enjoyed it. Like, yes, it's not the prettiest looking game on the Nintendo Switch. There are better looking versions of this game out there, but if you only own a Nintendo Switch and you haven't played Wolfenstein 2, this is a super solid version of the game. There is no sort of online multiplayer. Go away, you advertisement. There is no sort of online multiplayer or anything like that, but $6 for a single player experience. I made a full video on that game. Make sure you check it out. What else do we got going on here? These are the big deals for a lot of the hottest deals. Gotta be hot. Some like it hot and some sweat when the heat is on. Look at $10 for new Super Lucky Tale. This is the pick right here. This is the underrated hidden gem. It's an easy game, but there's end game stuff that increases the challenge. The graphics are super good. I super enjoy this game, and you will too if you like 3D platformers. Like, I don't understand why this game didn't sell like 1 billion copies on the Switch considering the user base of the system. Doom at $9.99. Don't show anything from Doom. Here's what you're gonna do. Doom is a game where you battle hell on Mars, and you take out the demons, and you try to, it's really a Christian game when you think about it, because you're combating all these demonic things and making for a better world is what you're doing. And that's what YouTube doesn't want you to have. They don't want you to live in a better world. Think about that. Get on my plane of existence. But Doom is $10. Buy it. I love that game. Castlevania Anniversary Collection, $4. $4. Just buy it again if you already have it. Show Konami that we want some freaking Castlevania here. The Outlast, it's $4.49 for Outlast 2, one of my favorite games ever. Brett, don't you dare show that game, because that's seriously the most brutal game ever that I've played. I know there's more brutal games out there, and I know the term brutal is subjective, but that story, the things that happen to the woman in that story, the things that happen within that game, oh my God, I loved it. And that's under $5. That's under $5 freaking dollars. There's a ton of games on sale. I'm just gonna quickly go through the list as I end this video, but you can see here, man, there's a ton of deals to be had. You're kind of gonna have to look around because, oh, $20, buy it, so good. I love Ys 8. Ys you want to see RGT get in trouble? Ys 8 combat is what Xenoblade combat should be. I don't care what anyone says. You cannot tell me anything different. There's a reason why I prefer Ys 8 over the Xenoblade games, and it's the combat. The combat is better in Ys 8. Tag all the Xenoblade weeaboos on Twitter. Tag OJ from Player Essence. I don't care. Ys 8 is a better combat system to me than Xenoblade is. And this game's freaking on. I love this freaking game at $20. But yeah, so just buy everything. Steal your parents' credit card, steal a stranger's credit card if you have to, and just buy everything, because there's obviously some banger deals on here. Let people know in the comment section down below what games you're seeing on this list here that you have fond memories of playing, that you Journey to Savage Planet, I love that game, that you super enjoy playing, so that we can all help each other out, so we can all buy some video games at a very cheap price. Don't buy this game. This game sucks. Wolfenstein Youngblood sucks. But yeah, look at these games. Tell your fellow person in the comment section down below what games they should be on. Look, Cinemora for $2? Bro, this is no. Brett, put the footage here, and you could just leave me talking to you in here. Cinemora EX. I don't understand why people don't like this game. Why? Because it's a shooter with a story, and people got upset. They're like, oh, this is a shooting game with a story. What's the problem with that? Are shooter games notoriously known for stories? No, they're not. Cinemora EX tried to do something different, and people hated it. I don't care what anyone says. I think that's a super fun game. I think it's a good game, and at $2, you should buy it. Buy some games on the eShop. Brett, make this video entertaining to the viewer. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Don't get mad at me because I like Ys combat better than Xenoblade. Later.